Hello and welcome to Expert City. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos. Today, we're going to be talking about fine-tuning ChatGPT models. But what is fine-tuning? Let's say you have an AI model. Now, you can create a bunch of custom data and then say, hey, I know you've trained on pre-existing data, but I want to slightly train you more using this custom data so that you're specialized for this particular task. Essentially, what you're doing is creating a customized version or a specific version suited for a specific task. Let's look at how this works in action. This is the data that I created. It pictures an alternate reality where Putin and Trump reverse positions. You can see the questions and the answers here are all about how Trump started the war in Ukraine and how Putin and his party reacted to it, and so on and so forth. We've got 125 different questions and responses. And these should change the perception of our customized model, and let's see how it works in action. This is where you can find your customized models. You go onto Playground in the platform.openai.com website and select Chat. We'll see how to customize or fine-tune the models in just a minute, but let's see the final product first so you have an appreciation for what's happening. So I'm going to compare the base ChatGPT 3.5 version with my customized version. So let's ask a simple question. Why did, let's say, Trump, who is now the leader of Russia, so the original version on the left says that Trump never invaded Ukraine, whereas on the right hand side it talks about Trump invading Ukraine and the reasons. Now, I never talked about Belarus in my data, so let's say, what did Belarus, Lukashenko, let's just say Belarus, say about Trump and his war on Ukraine. So again, in the original version, obviously Trump did not invade Ukraine, so there is no statement from Belarus regarding this. But on the right, you can see how Belarus publicly supported Trump. This is the page you go to fine-tune your model. So this is again in platform.openai.com. You go to the dashboard and select fine-tuning, where you have a list of all the fine-tuning operations you performed. To create a new fine-tuning process, hit create, select the base model. Now I just chose this because this is a cheaper model to train. You can drag and drop your data files, which are the JSON-L format that we just saw earlier. I'm going to host this on GitHub if you're interested to play around with it. And then you can add validation data if you're interested. You can add a name, let's say blah blah, and you can leave the seed and the hyperparameters as they are. Let ChatGPT pick them for you. Let's cancel this and focus on the version that I did because it takes some time to fine tune. So note that it takes a lot of tokens to fine tune. I had a relatively small data set and I used a relatively cheap model, and even then I consumed a lot of tokens. As you can see here, I'm spending quite a bit of money for this compared to individual requests. Now if I go down here, you can see the training loss as it decreases, and for all of you machine learning nerds out here, you can kind of see that the model is overfitting from around this point, 180, 190, where the results are similar. And I'm sure if you add a validation data set, it's probably going to stop here, understanding that it's overfitting the data. But for everyone else, as you can see, it's starting to train upon this extra data in order to get the loss down. And yeah, that's it. That's how you use ChatGPT's fine-tuning in order to get custom responses. Thank you, and be sure to watch our next videos as well.